Hi class, this is Mrs. Oyster, and I want to go over the writing assignment that I'm giving you today. It's a little different than some of the writing we did in class and as far as the way it looks. So I want to show you how the Google Slides file will work for you and also what I expect in this paragraph. Now, as I explained to you earlier this week, I did not do any short writes this week, but I do still want you to be doing writing every week. It's very important to keep your writing skills strong. So we're working on a really good, solid paragraph. This is not something I want you to rush through. I want this to be a real quality paragraph, okay? So I purchased this Google Slide template on a website, and I thought it was kind of a fun way to do it. One thing I don't like about it is it's really small, but I will show you kind of how I am fixing that. Okay, so what I'm going to start with today, this video is just going to be about planning and drafting your paragraph. Okay, and it's Wednesday, so it's due on Friday, so you have today and tomorrow and Friday to work on it. So I would suggest doing the plan and the draft today, do some revising, and maybe start your final copy tomorrow and then finish it up on Friday before you actually turn it in. Okay, so let's talk about what we're actually going to write. I thought since most of us are stuck in our houses, let's write about where we would go if we could leave and go on a fantastic vacation. So the prompt here says, people love to go on vacation to fun and interesting places. Think about a place you would like to go. Would it be somewhere warm and sunny or cold and snowy? Write a paragraph telling about the vacation location you chose and why you chose it. And down here is just reminding you that you need to have an idea that you're able to write 5 to 8 sentences about, that you have a topic sentence, supporting details, and a conclusion sentence at the end. So on this slide, what you're going to do is click inside the cloud and you'll see how it says type all of your type all of your ideas for this topic here. This is where you're going to type it. And you may notice it is really small. It's small for me. So if you go up to this little magnifying glass right here and you click it and you click 100%, it's going to make it really big, but you can scroll and still see the top and the part you want. So I prefer to do it like this because I want to be able to see the writing a little bit bigger. Maybe that's just my old eyes. And I don't really need these words, so I'm going to highlight them and delete them, and I'm going to brainstorm my ideas. Now, I've already thought about this, and I would want to go to Disneyland, and I would want to go in the summer or fall when it is warm. I want to go with my family and I want to stay, oops, let me go to the next line. I want to stay for 7 days and I want to stay in the Disneyland hotel. Okay, so those are just my ideas that I want to include in my paragraph. So there's my plan. This part is actually pretty quick, at least it is for me because I already thought about it. Maybe if you wanted to go to a different place, I want you just to kind of jot down a couple ideas of when you want to go, who do you want to go with, why do you want to go. Just jot your ideas here. Notice these are not complete sentences. This is just my brainstorm. I'm going to zoom it out again. So I click on the little arrow, I'm going to go to 50%, and so that shows you the whole thing. So this is what I have so far on my plan. Okay, now that I have it planned, I'm going to go to my next slide, number 2, and that's the draft. Now I put a little text box over here to show you the structure I want for your paragraph. If you choose to do your draft, by the way, on paper, if that's easier for you, you can definitely do that. You can write out your draft on paper, revise it on paper, and then just type the final. I'm going to type my draft because I want to show you how I think through each piece of this paragraph. So in this paragraph, I want a topic sentence, a detail with some elaboration. I will model that for you. Another detail with elaboration, another detail with elaboration, and then a concluding sentence. And so this, I'm going to click on it so you can see. Oops, nope, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry. Let me zoom out again. There we go. This here is a text box that I made. I don't know how to freeze it so you can't delete it. So just be careful not to accidentally click on this and delete it because if you do, it will be gone. So This is going to stay here. Your typing is going to go over here. See, you have your own text box here. Okay, so again, I don't need the start typing here. I'm just going to highlight that and delete it. And I'm going to start typing my paragraph. And I'm going to zoom in so that you guys can see it a little more closely. Okay, I'm going to go this way. There we go. Now, I don't think, oh, you can. Okay, never mind. I was going to say I don't think you can tab in this to indent, but you can. So I'm clicking tab to indent, and I'm going to put my topic sentence first. And I'm going to say, if I could go anywhere on vacation, I would go to Disneyland in the fall with my family. Okay, so that's my topic sentence. Now, I don't want you to do this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight it and I'm going to make it green to show for you that this is my topic sentence. Okay, now I'm going to write my detail. I will not go down to the next line. I just continue because this is just one paragraph. So on here, it shows like it's going down to the next line. You will not need to do that. And this is going to be my first detail. I'm going to make it blue to show that it's my detail. My first detail, the reason why I want to go there is because I love the music and the atmosphere in Disneyland. So I'm going to say the first reason I choose to go to Disneyland is I don't really like the way that sounds. That's all right. I can revise it later. Is I love the music and the atmosphere. Okay, that's my detail. What comes next is some elaboration. And so what that means is I'm going to tell more about that detail. So the first reason I choose to go to Disneyland is I love the music and the atmosphere. And I'm going to tell more about that. I'm going to say, one of my favorite things is walking down Main Street and hearing the happy music and seeing people smiling faces. Okay, so that's not a separate detail. It kind of is, but it's not a separate detail. That is elaboration about my first detail. My first detail was that I chose to go to Disneyland because I love the music and the atmosphere, and now I'm telling more about that. Walking down Main Street, hearing the music, and seeing people smiling faces. Okay, that's my first detail. Now I'm going to put a space. I need my second detail. I'm going to say, in addition, my family and I love to ride all the rides. Okay, so that's my second detail, but I gotta give some elaboration about it. What could I say about the rides? I'm gonna say, even though we sometimes have to wait in lines, it is worth it to see the cute characters, to scream on scary roller coasters, and to laugh at the funny moments. Okay, so that's elaborating on the rides. My second detail is, in addition, my family and I love to ride all the rides. Even though we sometimes have to wait in lines, it is worth it to see the cute characters, to scream on scary roller coasters, and to laugh at the funny moments. Okay, now what do I need next? My third detail, and then some elaboration. So I'm going to say last, because this is my last detail, I have many marvelous memories of times I have spent at Disneyland. Okay, so here, my third detail is that I want to go there because I have so many memories of being there. So, I need to add some elaboration. I have been going to Disneyland with my family since I was 3 years old, and now I enjoy taking my own children there. Okay, so I'm elaborating on my last detail. Now, what do I need last? A conclusion. So instead of just saying, these are the reasons that I want to go to Disneyland, which would be fine, I'm going to say something a little more, what's the word? A little more like excited, I guess. I'm going to say, Disneyland is my favorite place on earth. Okay, and that's my conclusion sentence. It's kind of restating my topic. My topic was if I could go anywhere, I would go to Disneyland. And I'm restating it by saying Disneyland is my favorite place on earth. Okay, so there is my draft. I'm going to zoom out again so you can see what it looks like. I wrote my topic sentence. I wrote 3 details with elaboration, and I wrote a conclusion sentence. Now I'm actually going to change something because as I'm looking at this, that is a lot of blue. So I'm going to change this just like I would in the classroom. Sometimes I don't really like what I did and I change my mind. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to change this to purple. Okay, so instead of having my elaboration be blue like the detail, I'm going to make it purple so you can see what it looks like. And again, you don't need to use the colors when you do it, but it's just kind of so you can see the structure of my paragraph. So there's my topic sentence, there's my first reason, and here's my elaboration on that first reason. My favorite things, walking down Main Street, hearing the happy music. Loving to ride the rides, that's my second detail. And then here's my elaboration. Notice my elaboration is a little longer than my details, isn't it? And then here's my third detail. Last, I have many marvelous memories. And then here's my elaboration. I'm telling a little more about those memories. There we go. I think that's a little easier to see. So notice it's kind of long, isn't it? This is going to be a longer paragraph. It's not one that you'll finish in just a couple minutes. I want you to really think through each piece and make it strong. Now, is this a perfect paragraph? It is not, and there are things that I would like to go in and change, but that's going to be for the next section, which is revising and editing. So I'm going to pause there. After watching this, please go ahead and make your plan for your paragraph and start typing or writing your draft. All right, I'll see you next time to talk about revision, editing, and then writing a final copy.